This is Terrence Alexander with Real Business Talk. We promise to give you all the business.
And this is Israel Wright, also here with Real Business Talk TV. Excited to be able to bring on this beautiful individual who's gonna give us some insight on the stuff that we don't know about being a woman in business. Let's go.
Always knew, somewhere, somehow, I push past the limits, daring to be different. Yeah, I can't lose 10 toes.
All right, Shauniece. I'm pleased to interview you. I want to ask you a couple of questions about how did you grow up?
How did I grow up? So I was born in Seattle, raised from Seattle. I moved to Conyers for a little minute. Then I was raised in Gwinnett County. So for me, growing up in Gwinnett, I now appreciate it as an adult because, you know, it's like being in all over the world in one little area. Like I had friends from Jordan, I had friends from Kenya, Nigeria, I had friends from Turkey, you know, a friend from Korea, and you know, I was in the first grade using my first metal chopsticks. You know, it's just things like that, you know, kind of helped me grow up and be able to put myself into the world, and I can vibe with any type of culture. And that's just who I am. Like I like to tell people, I'm like a chameleon. I can vibe, and I am still who I am, but in any different colors, wherever I'm at, I'm going to switch colors.
So back when you moved to Georgia, was you into entrepreneurship, or how did you get like the mindset to get into entrepreneurship?
That's good. My mom has always been an entrepreneur, but my dad, straight up, he's a, you know, radiologist, like into, you know, go to school, go, you know, graduate, go to college, you know, the typical, you know, but my mom has always been an entrepreneur. And I started off actually as a farm tech. So my goal was to be a pharmacist. And then while I was working at Publix Pharmacy, McBride and McBride, Mr. McBride came, he's actually the owner of Design Essentials. And he saw my hair just flowing and going, and he was like picking up his prescription. He looked at me, he said, your hair is always nice when I come up here. He said, what products do you use? And I was like, Design Essentials. And he was like,
that's crazy, that's
he was like, you know who I am? And I'm like, yeah, Mr. McBride. And he was like, yeah, I'm the owner. I'm the creator of Design Essentials. And he was like, get back into it. So I started talking to him about my first love of doing hair. So I was doing hair on the side. And then from there, it just was like, one day I made everything, like my whole check, my Publix check in one day doing hair. And that's what made me jump off the porch.
What age is this?
I was 21. So I got married young. I was 18, fresh out of college. Fresh out of high school, got married, had a baby. So I was young. And around like 21, 22 is when I kind of, you know,
jumped into
full entrepreneur. Yeah.
Tell us some of your struggles. Like,
well, look,
a couple of them.
It's been nothing but struggles, but I've learned from every one of, like every piece of my struggles. I would say just marketing and staying true to my brand and finding out my niche, like finding out what works for me and staying to that. And, you know, as I went from just being a suite owner to a full business owner, like I have a building and I'm hiring other people, I had to learn to separate personal from business. I love people to my core, and I will always kind of tap into heavy in caring about their needs. And then it will, you know, put a damper on my business. And I'm sacrificing personal, you know, for my business. And it just, you know, so I would say for me, the struggle has been just keeping business.
Okay. And what age was you when you had your first biggest failure?
My first biggest failure was my first shop on Chambly Tucker. It was my first baby, my first brick and mortar. It was 2,000 square feet. I was 23 when I got that. Yeah, I was very nervous. Thank you. It was called So Unique Beauty Lounge. And I had a big, huge mural. Around that time, my cousin was murdered on the east side, and she was only 20. And, you know, I don't have a lot of death in my family. So that really tore my family apart because I had a dream a year prior that something like this was gonna happen. And she sat in my chair a week before she got murdered, and I was telling her about my dream. And she knows my family, we're very discerning people. When we say something, it's like it's gonna come to pass. And she's like, oh, cuz I'm good. And a week later, I'm in the pharmacy and I my phone's going off, and I look down and I see it, and I'm like,
Oh
my God. So I literally
that
lost.
probably made everything.
Oh
right.
my God, but it drove me. That was the year that I actually, was like, all right, I'm about to go get my license. And I took my test and I passed it with flying colors.
That's what's up.
So it motivated me, and me having that first shop, my mural was her. It was the beauty of her, everything.
She was the inspiration behind the shop.
Yeah, it was her. And I had one of everything. I had a clothing boutique, I had nails, facials, I had braids, I had makeup. I had everything all in one, and it was like a little mini lounge.
So y'all at 23.
She was getting poet. She was getting active.
Yes. So that was my first failure because, I think that my ego got in the way. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to pop my stuff, and I went too far, and I lost sight of my foundation, which was God. I lost sight of the will of His way, what He wants me to do. I lost sight of that real quick because I got so excited. Oh my God, I got this big, beautiful shop. Everybody loves it. And I had so many celebrity, at the time I was doing a lot of celebrity hair, and I had so many celebrity events. It was just pretty big. And I failed because I lost a lot of my tenants. I couldn't pay the rent of my own. I even lost a lot of clientele. And I just was like, I don't know what to do. Like, this was my pride and joy. Now I have to let it go. So I had to let that business go. And that year I lost everything.
So what was go ahead. You say you lost everything.
I lost everything. This was 2015. I lost my car, I lost my shop, and I lost my apartment. I was literally homeless. Yeah.
So what was your bounce back like? And then how long was that from your failure to your next thing?
So 2015 was my bounce back. It was kind of like a uphill,
How long would you say?
I was about a year, maybe less than a year. I started writing down. That's when I got into the law of attraction and manifestation and writing things down. So I wrote down everything I wanted, right? 2015, I got my first really nice apartment. It was all stainless steel appliances. It was gorgeous. I got back into another shop. I had my own suite at the time. It wasn't my own building. It was my own suite right down here on 14th Street.
Okay.
And got me a Lexus. I was
Okay.
I was going up here. I bounced back. I'm like, all right. And then one day I was just sitting down and I was going through all my junk and I was like, oh, it's the book I wrote my stuff in. And I literally read it, and everything I put down to the T, I was actually sitting and standing in, walking in and living in. And it was just like, okay, there is power in manifestation, but you can't just manifest. You can't just dream and write down. You have to execute. You have to put action behind it.
Facts.
Yeah, you have to. You have to say, okay, these are the goals. Then I'm gonna write down small goals in between those bigger goals that I know that I can attain to give me the energy and the encouragement to reach the bigger goal, right?
Small wins matter.
Yeah, small wins are the most important. They're bigger than the bigger goals in my eyes.
Another bar.
Yeah.
Another bar for real. Yeah.
So yeah, execution is real. That's my middle name. I'm the executioner. I love it.
Okay.
I love to work.
Okay. So explain to the viewers and the listeners, how do you execute if you starting out in business? What's some tips you would give somebody to execute?
Read and research. Get off social media. Stay off these, what would you call those reality TV shows? Read and research. Find out what it takes to get to that goal. If my goal is to get into a nice, beautiful salon suite, well, do your research. How much does it cost? What is it gonna take? How much, renovations am I gonna have to do? How much are equipment? Write everything down and then say, okay, I see it in black and white. Now, how many clients do I have to do to get to this goal, and what price point? And then set that goal. Then go even further, then now I have to market. Some people, hey, I'm doing a special. I got, a sewing special for $100. Come on, let's rock out.
Right.
Now I could do 20 people in a week, and that's two bands.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking like, oh, I can get my suite now. I can put up for the first couple months. I can get my salon chair, my stuff, all the goods. So just like I said, just making sure that you read and you research, and then once you do that, then you actually physically do the things that is required to get to that.
So what you think is required from a woman? Because we speaking of women in business and some men, but because you're a strong black female. So what do you think?
Or even I was gonna say, even if you don't want to use that term, you are a woman in business.
We're gonna get onto that subject next about being a strong black woman,
Okay.
but what does execution mean? What does it entail? Well, like I said, just getting up and physically doing it, whether it may be calling around to find out what salon suites offer, whatever they offer in your price range, physically getting up and driving You know, self-care, ladies. You know what? I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm 33. I don't care. I'm gonna put my age out. But it took me up until this point to understand the importance of self-care. That is first.
So what does that look like?
So self-care, waking up, you know, putting on some sounds that are, you know, help attract money, and chakra, you know, aligning music, and doing your facials every morning, doing a routine, taking a weekly bath, like if you want to bathe, you know, putting on your smell goods and your pheromone type oils, and, you know, brushing your teeth, the roof of your mouth, so get that roof.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
That tongue, in the back, you know what I'm saying? Get all that, and, you know, and just, you know, taking care of yourself. If you're looking at your nails, I want to my nails, get your nails and get your toes done. Like, take the time to love on you. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know, I'm beautiful. I'm powerful. I'm happy. I'm worthy. You know, saying those things every day. Reading Proverbs 31. Sometimes I do the Bible app and I just put on Proverbs 31 and I let it play out.
I love that. I do too.
Yeah, right? I let it play out while I'm getting ready. And that first kind of makes you feel fresh. Makes you feel like I can go conquer the world. And that's what I want my women to do first, is make sure you take care of yourself. Because you're not happy, if you're not taken care of, then you cannot pour out of an empty cup. So fill your cup up first every morning. Do it every morning. Don't you skip a beat. If you have to get up an extra hour early, do so.
Right.
Do so. Yeah.
Okay, let's touch back on this topic, the strong black woman. What you don't like about that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you where my struggles have been. Now, yes, I am a powerhouse, and I pride myself on that. However, being a strong black woman has a stigma of, I'm a single black woman as well. And it's harder to find a good, successful man that's in an alignment with me, because I have that strong black boss woman title. And I'm like, no, I'm dainty, I'm sensitive, I'm kind, I'm submissive, I'm all of those things in the presence of a royal king, in the presence of a man. He doesn't have to necessarily be the richest man, but he has to be a man of execution. Baby, I ain't got it all. You have the smarts, I got the tools, what you need me to do, you know? And it's just balance. So yeah, I don't like the strong black woman title. You know, I am a black woman, and yes, I do have strengths, but I also have weaknesses as well.
Okay.
And I like to highlight those because I want my men to feel like they're in the presence of a woman. And also too, just, you know, I am taking femininity etiquette classes, y'all, because I'm a nigga.
There you
go. Like deep down, I like sports, I like cars.
Yeah.
I like to look at women's booties too. Like, I'm a man at heart, and it's so hard. Like, I be trying so hard to be soft and feminine. Like, oh, I need help, damsel in distress. I be like, man, nigga, I got it. You know, pick them chairs up, take that table and move it, slide it to the left. Like, I'm her. And most men do not like that. And I had to learn. I thought it was intriguing because, oh yeah, she my homeboy, homegirl, da-da-da-da. No, like, so I'm learning to be softer, and I'm taking a class or a few classes to learn to be soft and pretty, and, you know, I'm already cute, but, you know, just, you know.
So get the women some of the classes that they can take.
Well, I haven't taken it yet, but I will say this though, ladies, when you're in the presence of a man and he's a good man, allow him to be. Like, let's say, and I made this mistake before, let's say that there's something that he's doing and you know you can help, let him do it first and let him ask you, babe, can you help me with this? Babe, you know what's something about, babe? Don't just be like, oh, I can help. I want him to see that I'm just this top girl and I can do everything. I can be everything and I'm gonna just go ahead and do. No, allow him to do. I had an older lady tell me, she was like, you ever seen the movie Ray? And I was like, yeah. She said, I first was, you know, kind of feeling some type of way when she was just letting him fall and letting him, and she said, now I had to realize towards the end of the movie, like, no, she had to allow Ray to be so he can learn, he can grow and develop in his disabilities, right? And that's what we have to allow our men to do. Let them grow, let them fall on their face, but still be there.
Right.
If they need you, be like, hey, and don't be a I told you so woman. No.
Ooh, that's a bar.
Don't be a I told you so woman. Just be like, babe, you failed. And in your back of your mind, you knew he was gonna do it. Just like, okay, well, I got you, babe. Look, here's whatever you need, you know? Take accountability. I hear that a lot from men, is taking accountability, and I'm learning. Like, I soften up when a man says, I don't like when you do this. And even though in my mind, initially it's like, I ain't doing nothing, I stop, I sit still, and then I pray. Like, God, reveal to me. If it's something that I'm not seeing, reveal it to me, because I don't want him to feel less than.
Right.
And then it's like, aha, light bulb moment. And, you know, I take accountability for my actions as a woman, so that way I'm not threatening or demeaning or demasculating our men.
Okay. So that's big for you. That's one of your principles.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love our Black kings. And that's why I don't understand why we got Women's History Month, but where's Men's History Month?
Ooh.
You know? Like, let me tell you something about the reason why I named this building the 11. 1-1, duality, masculine, feminine, divine masculine. It cannot work. It has to be balanced. The scales have to be balanced. And I cannot survive without my Black man. I cannot. I look around in my space.
Survive without y'all.
I cannot survive. I look around and I'm like, everything I've done in this building, there's a Black man that's been there right behind my back, doing it for me or helping me along the way. So I honor and I cherish my Black man. No matter where you are in life, you could be a man that works at Home Depot. I honor and cherish you. You could be Ray that work at T-Mobile.
Right.
I honor and I cherish you. You have a job. You have a job.
Facts.
There we go.
So, you know, you can even be the executive. It doesn't matter, you know. Yeah.
I heard you speak a lot about the single mom.
Yeah.
So how is that in business?
That's been one of my struggles as well. Like, trying to balance out being the best at everything, being the best mom. And I have a 13-year-old. So I'm trying to adjust, like, okay, now she's becoming from little girl to young lady, you know, so she's watching my every move, and then making sure that I'm executing properly in my business. And then trying to find, you know, be in the dating life. It's like I got 3 different things at once going on, and I'm trying to balance it out. It's a struggle. But like I said, I'm taking classes, I'm reading books, I'm, you know, watching documentaries. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I'm giving a healthy balance, and I'm giving, you know, just enough time and effort into each category.
So you're doing the work.
Yeah.
That's what people definitely need to do, is the work. Like, don't expect the results without putting the work in.
Exactly, absolutely. Yeah, you can't get anything, and if there's, like I said, if there's no execution, you're not getting anything at all.
This video is sponsored by Black Excellence Cosmetics. This is our new product, Beard Goals. We getting reviews in real time. We got Niecy here. She's gonna give us a review. Hold on before you give us a review. What does Black Excellence mean to you?
Black Excellence, it means people of color stepping up to the limelight and really fully flourishing in their own rights. That's Black Excellence. I mean, just poised, you know, proper, and just, man, just that chocolate, that all types of chocolate, the milk, the dark, the special, all that, just exuding, you know, what I like to call just all around, just well-rounded beautifulness. So yeah, Black Excellence, that's what it means to me.
First of all, do you like men with beards?
Oh, I'm a sucker. Well, look, I said I don't want a BBL. Give me a BBB.
Okay.
Black, bald, and bearded. Okay.
There we go.
That's what I want. Come on, Rick Ross.
I love it.
Okay.
Love it.
So now I want to look and see what y'all got, because, oh my God. All right, so first it looks like we have, well, I'm gonna start off with the shampoo, because, you know, that's the first line of order. So the beard bath, this is a beard wash, and it's all natural and organic. Look at this, it's called Beard Goals. I like the bottles too. Okay, all right, let me smell it a little bit, see what it's hitting on. Oh my God. See, not gonna fuck around. Okay, and then we have the conditioner, which brings back the pH balance of the hair cuticle, which is perfect. Yeah, no, I'm a hair scientist. Yeah, let me see what this smelled like. Let me see. Oh man, this is amazing. It has like that vanilla, nutty, like masculine scent. It's so, I love a strong masculine man. It just gets me going. And then we have here, what is this, y'all? Beard oil? Yeah. Beard food. That is so cute.
Gotta be.
I see you use the beard food, don't you?
Definitely.
Because your beard is just glistening, baby.
Let's go.
Yes, okay, let me smell this. You gotta feed the beard. Oh, and then look at the consistency.
Right.
Ah, this is genius, you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Smells good. Black Excellence Cosmetics. Yeah, I love it. I love my Black Kings. I love when y'all step up to the plate and do y'all delicious.
I love it.
So y'all go to blackexcellence.us and grab that in that order. She told y'all what it do, so we do that. Let's go.
When it comes to children, when it comes to marriage, like I'm that girl that likes to make sure like I don't play that mess. Yeah, I don't play that. You sit in my chair and you talking about baby mama, baby daddy drama, I'm on your ass, chick.
Right.
Let that man see his baby. Quit playing. Get out your emotions.
There you go.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm
I hope
over
y'all
that.
recording.
I'm over it. I'm
Okay.
so over it. Like women taking advantage and using children because they're emotionally upset by the man. Okay, move forward. You have a child that's watching you. Like literally, if you look at, and I'm just gonna put myself out there. My child's father, me and him were talking about getting back together and we were married. And the girl that he was with knew we was married, whether she liked to say it or not, but she deliberately got pregnant with twins with him. So we couldn't move forward. But guess what? Me and her are like this. That's my dog. We've never had a fight. It's so funny, at my daughter's birthday party, she brought the kids over. She has a set of twins and another little boy. And she brought the kids. The kids love me like they used to call me mom. They love me. And she brought the kids so that, you know, their siblings can enjoy themselves. And me and her taking shots and we laughing. Yeah. And people are looking around like,
right, crazy,
you
right.
cool with your baby daddy's baby mama? Yeah, that's my dog. Look, I could call her, but let me tell you what your baby daddy did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about the village.
Yeah.
It's about taking your emotions out of the equation, taking your feelings out of the equation so that your children can be raised properly. My daughter has never seen me and her father fight, never seen me and the new girl fight, ever, because I honor her. My daughter will come home after being over at their house, hair done, nails painted, happy. I have no issue. We have to stop that, ladies. Stop it, please. Even if he says, I'm gonna go pick up my child and he doesn't. Okay, things happen. Things happen with you, things happen with me.
Right.
At the end of the day, all right, bro, it's cool. I'm gonna go ask my mama if she can watch her. If he calls you, hey, can I get my baby? Give your baby up.
Yeah.
Let your child experience their faja.
Yeah.
Okay, god dang.
I couldn't have said it better.
Woo! I lost a lot of clientele by that way. Because they'll say, my girl, my baby daddy said he was gonna give me $100 and he didn't. He can't see his baby now. I said, so your child's gonna remember that money 10 years ago? 10 years later, your child's gonna remember that $100 that your baby dad gave you? And they would look at me like, I'm just trying to figure out. Stop that. Enough is enough. Now, if that father is the type of guy that will put your child in danger, I get it. But please use your real discernment. Don't just make up stuff out of because you're emotionally attached or detached or you're upset. If you know that man is not gonna harm your child, let that baby see his daddy. Whether it's money involved, forget that. Step your game up, woman.
So you don't believe in child support?
No. I'm putting my man in the system. What's wrong with y'all? No. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry, I had to go in. I'm sick of it. Stop that mess.
Facts.
Stop it. Hey, let me tell you something. If you play your cards right, you get more.
Fact.
When you allow the system to get involved in your civil and your personal affairs, mind you, there's two different types of law. There's private and there's public. Private tort law is a part of private. Private law means civil, like family. Work it out. Ladies, get counseling, get therapy. When you separate from your baby's father, get therapy. Learn how to co-parent. I'm gonna tell you what helped me, which I already kind of had this in my spirit, but when I had to get a divorce, it was mandatory for us to get co-parenting classes, mandatory by the court. And they tell you how to operate properly. You have to understand that your actions are affecting your child. Whether your child is reacting or not, when your child is acting up in school or their grades are low, guess what? You may not think it's because you giving your baby daddy hell, but it is.
Yeah.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Well, drop the mic. Yeah.
Pop another goddamn ball.
I'm gonna sip on that
Yeah,
one.
we didn't have to say it. She said it. We just, you know, but hey, I ain't gonna
real,
say
though.
nothing else.
I think all of us as black men, we have been through like
Yeah.
certain things like that. So that
Yeah.
definitely hit home for me.
And we love our black women. We really do.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes it's generational curses and generational like trauma that's passed down.
Yeah.
And people don't understand like that's why they treat their man a certain way because that's how they grew up. So like you were saying, just about the kid you're not thinking that it's affecting the child, but it really is because that's how they're gonna act moving forward.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. You know,
Yeah,
I
it
hate that
is.
that's us. You know, our people that have to deal with so many other things, but that being the root of the
It's
problem.
really destroying black families.
Tearing
is.
black families
It is.
up.
It is.
Co-parent if you
Up.
can.
Yeah.
Co-parent.
Yeah, it's tearing us
Co-parent,
up.
ladies, move forward, heal, and understand that if we didn't work out in a relationship, that's okay.
And fellas, move forward as well.
Come on.
Don't try to, make sure the baby mama ain't talking to nobody and can't
Right.
be happy. Like, let her go. Let her enjoy her rest of
Yeah.
her life. Make sure that she has everything that she needs based off of whatever you can provide.
Yeah.
But don't try to hold her and not allow her to grow as a person. 'Cause
Yeah.
You want her to be the best version of herself for your child as well.
And ladies, meet the men halfway. Stop it. Don't try to make it even harder just because. Meet them halfway.
Oh,
Okay?
I love that.
Meet them halfway. Come on now. This is for your child, not for you. You cannot sit up here and say you're a good mother if you don't allow your child to experience their biological fathers. I understand. I get it. And then two, choose wisely. And if you chose wrong, then hey,
Yeah.
you chose him.
When you say meet them halfway,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So
Explain that
let's
now.
say it's your time for your child to go with their dad. And he calls you, say, hey man, I said I was gonna come and pick him up from the house, but I'm stuck. I got some things to do. Can you meet me at Centennial Park? I ain't doing all that. No. You know what? I got you. I'll meet you there. Can you give me like an hour or so? Yeah, we can do that. Compromise.
Love it.
Compromise. That's real.
Yeah, I'm on y'all tail.
Compromise is
I'm
real.
on y'all tail.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not just a woman or man thing. It is everybody. Everybody needs to look internally, men and women. And I had this conversation with somebody about like men are complaining about women taking accountability and this and that and the third, and men not stepping up to the plate. We all need to look at ourselves individually. Get yourself together, and the dating pool won't be so bad.
There you go.
Look internally. Get therapy. Stop with this. Oh, I don't need nobody who don't know me to tell me, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Sit down on that couch.
Sit on that couch
Sit on
and
that
find somebody that you feel
Yeah.
like would help. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a black man and you feel like I need a black woman, go get a black woman. If you need a black man, get a black man. If you're like, nah, I don't want nobody black, I want somebody, whatever it may be, but get therapy. We are the only culture that I know that does not do that.
Well, I think all three of us are strong believers in therapy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm in,
absolutely.
I'm
I'm an
for it.
advocate. I would still go to therapy. I've been in
Yeah.
therapy for 2 years and
There
I
you
love
go.
it.
We went for a year straight in our couples
Yes.
therapy, and it was amazing. It
My girl
changed.
Stelly Haple.
Yes, we
I
changed
love
our
her.
whole life just based off
Yeah.
of having tools.
Yeah.
If you don't have tools, how can you win? Like you don't know what to do. You're literally just guessing at success.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it last time when you was like the most successful thing you can do is have a successful
Successful union.
relationship.
Ooh.
That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, opposite sex, you got two
A
different
man
ways
and
you
a
think.
woman, they come from God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about gender roles?
Don't like them. Throw them out the window.
Okay.
My perspective, get it done.
There you go.
Get her done. If my man is busy helping me wash the dishes and I see trash, I'm gonna pick up the trash. If he's cooking, I'm gonna go bathe the kids. If he's bathing the kids, I'm gonna go cook. It doesn't matter, you guys. It's a team effort. Like, do what works for your individual family. What may work for you may not work for the next. I am so irritated and I'm tired of all these podcasters talking about men should do this, women should do this. It doesn't matter. Do what works.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
This is a big hot topic. Do you think it's a difference between a man and a woman?
A difference? Absolutely.
Okay,
It's a major difference.
What's the difference?
God created men first. That's why y'all need to lead.
Mm.
Lead. Please lead. And then two, he created a second, right? Okay. So he created something perfect. When you create something first and you're like, I'm about to create something else, it's like, okay, everything I didn't put in this one, I'm gonna put in this one. So he's given us a divine gift of discernment that's heightened. Y'all have it, but we have it a little more heightened. And he's given us a womb. That's what
Because
we
I
call
carried in the
woman.
womb.
Yeah.
There's a major
You can
difference.
feel everything. Like,
We can
literally.
feel everything, man. I'm telling you, my discernment's on 1,000,000. And ladies, another piece of advice: pray for discernment. Pray for the strengthening of your discernment every single day because that's key. But yeah, there's a major difference. But that's perfect though. We're supposed to be different. We're supposed to fill in where you guys lack, and vice versa. So yeah, I believe no gender roles, get it done. You know, however you feel. If gender roles work in your family, then let it work. But don't put everybody into one category that everybody, no, you can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah. Everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
Well, not even just financially, but just
Yeah.
some women can't cook. That's cool, but
That's
they
cool.
man might be able to throw down. That's cool.
Yeah.
But they might be able to do all the other stuff or do certain
Right.
things, or some women like the garden. So they might be out there mowing the lawn and clean, you know.
Exactly.
It's cool. It's about partnership and what's gonna
Yeah.
work for your family, like you said.
Yeah.
Not putting no tags or titles
Mhm.
on certain things, because that's when stuff starts getting real sticky.
Yeah.
Because if a person doesn't do what they were supposed to do, now they're less than.
Exactly.
And that's not
and
fair.
then you're ruining the relationship. And like I said, stop categorizing, you guys. Stop generalizing people. There's 7.4 billion people on this planet. How can you haven't interviewed every single man. You haven't interviewed every single woman. You do not know. So stop it. I want that to end. I want people to just be like, listen, this is what I desire.
Yeah.
And then somebody out there can say, oh, I like that too. I desire that as
There you
well.
go. Yeah.
It's okay.
That's it.
It's okay.
It's really that simple.
It's
but-
that simple. We make it complicated.
Let's make it hard as hell.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Make it complicated. Yeah.
Okay, so we about to go into this elephant in the room. The
Okay.
11.
Okay.
You know,
11
you got
event
the
space.
event space. You
Yep.
got the suites. You got your product.
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you get started?
Well, another interesting story. It's always something with my little ass. But my first building was Cheshire Bridge, my first salon suite building. And it was Salon Ramsey. And honor you, my king. Thank you so very much. You helped me get to this point. I have to give him his props because people don't.
He helped a lot of people.
He did, and people don't
I mean,
like
a
to.
lot of people.
He's helped so many, and people like to look at the bad and not look at the good and what he's done. But I honor you, and I'm telling you, I honor you. So I was in his building. I had my own suite. This was from me losing my last shop. And I put a lot of money into my suite, and the city was coming to shut it down. They're like, listen, he ain't got his license, da-da-da. Things were happening. Things happen in business. It's
Sure
just,
do.
it's what it is.
Say that again.
Things happen in business,
Yeah.
okay? You know,
Yes,
it just is what
real.
it is. So I asked him, I said, listen, I think I can do it. I think I can take over, and I want to. And he was like, hey, have at it, queen.
Yeah.
And he passed it on over to me, to the landlord. I signed everything over, and the building became mine. I had 7 suites. It was a 2,200 square foot building. And I started there, and it was great. Now, I got to the point where I was ready to purchase. The landlord found out I was a Black woman, wasn't going for it. So I'm like, I have all these tenants. Where am I gonna go? I did my research. I found this current building, 451 Bishop Street, and I thought it was empty. I didn't know it came with suites. I didn't know it came with apartments. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to build out. I ain't got no money,
Right.
but I'll figure it out. My credit's good, you know, I'll figure it out. Got in here, and I walked in this building, I saw 12 different individual rooms in this space.
All that.
I was like,
So
oh,
did you purchase this building?
I did not yet.
Yeah.
I not yet.
I
So
like that yet.
Yes,
Not yet,
yes,
right.
yes.
Because I've had preliminary discussions, and he, you know, but I am on a lease. So I got in, and my real estate agent was like, girl, this is perfect. I walked to the back, and I saw a bar, and I saw this area, and I was like, event space, bar and lounge, like, dang, it's an all-in-one. I've always had, before I had any building, God has given me a dream in 2015 about a mixed-use development. So I always visioned Black businesses under one roof in
Love
different categories, so I can be one person and walk in and get something from
Everybody,
different. I can
yeah.
patronize every business.
Because
in one
that's
building.
essentially what we do. Like, as a service provider in the
Yes.
hair industry, we have one of everybody in it.
Yes,
Yeah. So, yeah.
yes, absolutely. And so I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a simulation for what I can visualize on a 600,000 square foot scale.
Ooh, I love it.
So I'm putting things together, my wheels are turning, and yeah, so it went from that. I renovated the space. It didn't look like this.
Okay,
when
it
I
looks
first got it.
amazing. now.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
very much.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I'm such a perfectionist. I'm like, no, that needs to be done. That needs to be done.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So when you going into an event space, how much does it cost when you came in?
Like as far as like how much I pay or how much do I
All
charge
of
people?
it.
No,
Yeah.
all of it. Like, how much does it cost? You came in and renovated. So how much would a renovation
So I
cost?
put about a good 100 grand into renovation of the
Mm.
entire space. So I have, like I said, I have 12 co-creative working spaces. It does consist of barbers, tattoo artists, podcast rooms, tattoo shops, like I said, hair, nails, makeup, estheticians, is all in one. And then towards the back is the event space. I put a lot of money into this.
Okay, so do you think 100 grand is a lot in business? Because we have a lot of people send us emails about, is 100 grand a lot? So
no, not for this size. This size is an 8,000 square foot space. So this is about typical for what you're looking for. But I mean, people can start off smaller. They can do something smaller and maybe less.
So even let's say 500,000. Do you think that's a lot when you're building out?
No.
$1 million. When you look at
depending on the size, no.
Yeah.
Now that I'm into like tapping into development, no, $1 million ain't nothing.
Nothing. Do y'all hear that?
M
Nothing.
ain't man, that'll be ate up so quick. Woo!
No, and I think
Man,
that's a common misconception because most people look at money as in that's what's in your bank account. But when you're investing in something, it's like you're constantly putting into every single. It's almost like it's like a child. It's like every day it needs a little bit of something. So it might be 1,000 today. You got rent. It might be 10,000. You got this. You got this. You got to get some renovations. That might be 13.
Water heater goes out.
6,500.
Hey, there we go. Right? Okay. I just had my water heater goes. I'm like, it's another $2 grand.
Exactly. And then you got to keep going, but you got to keep doing it. So the money is not the same as regular money.
Yeah,
It's
true.
So you put in 100 grand, then what's the next step for you in 11?
My next step is to franchise and expand. That's what I'm looking to do now, is to just franchise this concept, because when people walk in, they're like, oh my God, this is so dope. And I have a little secret. Sometimes I don't tell people I'm the owner of the space.
I understand.
I like to see how people maneuver with me.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know, this is mine. Like, and it's not even about a bragging right or trying to, penis swing. It's not even about that. It's just, I want people to really come in and feel family oriented. I want to see the aura. I want to see what you really think about it. And then too, it kind of helps me to know that if there's some constructive criticism, I want you to give it to me raw.
Right.
Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, she's the owner. I'm gonna just kind of,
Yeah.
No, I want to hear what you really think.
Got you.
So
what do you say? I'm the manager? Like I'm the
assistant?
I do hair.
Okay.
If I'm behind the bar, look,
I'm the bartender,
People be like, oh, well, how much? I want you to bartend my event. And I'll be like, baby, you don't know. I got this whole thing. I can't come over there. Sis can't come over there. But I like I said, I keep it humble. I keep it 10 toes, and it's important right now to do that and to know that this is possible for everybody. I wanted to be a woman that little girls can look at and say, I'm like her. Like I don't want to be where people can see celebrity status and they feel like I can never get to that point. No. I want to be unreachable where it's not where you're in my space too much access. Yeah. But I still want to be reachable where you feel like this feels good to me. I feel like I can accomplish the world
just because I can. And I see her doing well.
Yeah, I can come and talk to her, and she's gonna give me the real raw, and that's
real business. That's real business. Yeah. That's what's up. Because it's about legacy. You want to be able to show people
generational.
Like, there you go.
Yeah, we're building that, and I'm so proud of my Black queens and my Black kings, but especially my Black queens. I see a lot of beautiful women out nowadays, and they're killing it.
Love it.
And I'm so proud of you guys. And like I said, it's a month for me to acknowledge my beautiful women. So I'll be acknowledging a woman every day.
I love it.
Just to let them know that I appreciate you and what you got going on.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes a little more. So when you first started and you spent the money renovating, what's the next step if somebody wanted to open up an event space?
The next step for me, in my perspective, is making sure that it's rentable. I've heard some people say, well, take money first before it's done. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's do it right. Get your credit together. Get your business credit together. Get that financing. Find you a space. I'm about to drop some chew.
Come on now.
Crazy, look that. Go on there. And when you look at something that says, something $1 per square foot, whatever is per square foot, you take that, you multiply it by the square foot, you divide it by 12. That's how much your rent will be. Calculate that times 4, so you know how much your starting cost will be. Find out, get quotes from, contractors to find out how much it will cost. Me personally, I'm the queen of blank canvas. Keep it blank canvas so that way that people can come in and really utilize your space and do it how they want to. And it opens and it broadens your reach. You know, if you already have it done, but your walls are pink and you got a flower wall,
Right,
you're
right,
only targeted marketing to a certain amount of people, and that's fine.
That's right.
But this is an event space.
That's
Let it
funny.
be-
That's funny you say. And I promise I don't want to interrupt.
No,
you, but
yo, come on.
My fiance literally just went somewhere yesterday. She was like, "Well, you know, they had a grass wall, so we already know what type of business it was." But it's
Exactly.
that's target marketing. But
Yeah.
sometimes it can work against you
Absolutely.
because you put yourself in a box.
Absolutely, especially in the event space realm. Sorry, I had to take a sip.
You
y'all.
good?
But yeah. So the next several order, like I said, find out how much everything is, get it done. And once it's done, you can market on Peerspace, Splacer, Gigster, all Google. Get a website.
So are you running like ads?
Yes.
Or how you getting traffic?
Yep, I do. I run Google ads. And man, I'm really giving y'all all this.
Give it up. Now it's all right. It's gonna
free
come back.
game. But yeah, no, I run Google ads. Yes, I do.
How much would you say you spend? You don't gotta be.
I say about $1,000 on Google ads right now.
Okay.
My Google, honestly, before I even did ads, it was flowing because I found a space that was centrally located. I'm in West Midtown and I have plenty of parking. Parking is imperative, so make sure that you look for a space that has good parking. And yeah, so it's just kind of
Any other source of traffic, like you spending money on ads?
So Instagram sometimes. I'll do like maybe $30 a day on Instagram. Now, where the real money is, if you really want to promote, if you're in an area where it's not too highly popular, but you know that you're somewhere where people still will need, Instagram ads, do $100 a day. You're gonna have to spend at least a band, but guess what? You're gonna get it right back. You may spend that band and your reach may be 1 million people in that demographic, and boom, somebody's gonna come in there and book that situation, and your money's back.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
So it's like in deposit. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, have a good contract. A solid contract is important, a written agreement. And packages, you guys. Package everything. Consumers love packaging. They don't want to have to a la carte, like, okay, I want this. Because when they a la carte, you may a la carte something and it'd be like, oh, that's too expensive.
Yeah.
But you may take the same a la carte and package it into one situation, like, oh, that's a good price.
I tell people that all the time. Like when you
Yeah.
go to an all-inclusive resort, you want all this stuff, but if you had to put it all together, you'd be like,
Yeah.
hell nah. But it
You
was
don't wanna
there.
think.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah,
there.
they don't think.
When
Make
it's
it
there,
easy for them.
yeah.
Put into beautiful packages,
Yeah.
and you know, over time you'll learn what packages work, what don't work. You know, but like I said, it's all a trial and error. But yeah, I love the event space realm. Like honestly, I'm new to it.
Okay,
Keep
I
it
knew.
up.
I knew.
A year.
Okay, you're
So,
doing amazing.
Yeah, you
What have
killing
you
it.
learned in a year that you can give to the people? Your biggest lesson? Because a loss ain't a loss, it's a lesson.
Absolutely. My biggest lesson is to make sure that your blank canvas is neat. Make sure it makes sense. And when you're walking into your space, think like a consumer. Would you rent your space? Would I walk in here and would I pay this amount for what I'm looking at right now? You know, that is key. And that's the only nugget I can really give.
That's a big bar.
We know you do hair, so we can get into your product.
Okay.
It's amazing product.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tell the people
Yes.
about your product.
So my product line, I've been working on this for years, you guys. And it's called a Jolie Organics. And it is handcrafted, vegan, organic line. I do hand make all of my products, and I do plan on keeping it in the family. Now, I don't have any gripe with anybody who chooses to sell their products in any other company, but this company right here is gonna remain Black owned. Because if somebody comes in and says, I wanna buy your company out for 10 million, if you think my company is worth more than 10 million,
Right. Exactly.
well, what I get it? Come on. And see, people have to understand, it's not about the money
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
It's about, number one, legacy, generational wealth, and, you know, having a Black-owned product that carries on down the line. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, this is the reason why I really started tapping into it. And people don't talk about her, but I have to talk about her during this month. And it's Annie Turnbull Malone.
Okay,
That is,
I knew
oh
that's
my
what you were gonna
gosh.
say.
People are like, oh my gosh, she's an Annie Turnbull Malone
Yeah, but
fanatic.
people don't know about her,
am.
but yes.
She makes
put
me
me on.
emotional because this woman, she was a little petite, little cute little thing. And in the 1900s, she had her own hair care line called Puro. And not only did she have her Puro products, that's how she started, she also had Puro colleges and Puro agents. She employed 75,000 women across the United States.
That's
crazy.
In the 1900s.
Let's let you know what
Yeah,
about.
we gotta give it up. We gotta give it
Shout
up.
out to my girl Sasha,
We got
her
it.
niece. I love you, baby.
We got
But
it.
she actually had a plane, a train, because she also had Puro colleges outside of the US, the Caribbean, like everywhere. She's had she trained women not to just know how to do hair and sell products, but to be etiquette-like. She taught them how to speak, how to maneuver, how to get credit, how to buy property, how to be good women. You know what I'm saying? Like that's well-rounded. Now guess what? Here's another interesting fact about Annie Malone. She was Madam C.J. Walker's mentor. For years.
That's huge. That's
for years.
That's what people
we don't
know.
talk about her. She was truly the first cosmetology in that field, multi-millionaire, self-made. She was the first.
People don't talk about her.
Don't talk about her. And you want to know why? She didn't sell her products to them.
Okay.
Now, Madam C.J. Walker did. It's okay.
Yeah.
Still a beautiful woman,
folks.
beautiful legacy. I honor you, Madam C.J. Walker. I honor your legacy. But Annie Malone, we don't talk about her enough. And that's what really got me into tapping into my own hair care products. Of course, by trade, I was a farm tech for many years. So chemistry is my jazz. And so I incorporated that into my my product line. So yes, I do understand and know the scientific names behind everything. And yeah, so that's kind of what tapped me into it. But Jolie Organics, you can find us on Instagram, Jolie Organics. I'll be relaunching this summer. I'm really excited about it.
Big summer, let's go.
Big summer. And yeah, that's what's going on with my line.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right, we about to get into this speed round. You ready?
Oh,
let's go.
what's this? Yeah.
Go.
Oh, I gotta take a sip before
There you go.
speed
Take a
round, 'cause I'm a little
sip.
nervous about the speed round.
It won't be too bad. Unless, no.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Don't make me run away. All right, well, speed round, I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
First question. Countdown. We're gonna count down. 3, 2, 1. How much capital do you need to open a business?
50,000.
Okay. Is ready your time?
Yes. What is the hardest part about being a Black woman in business?
Be taken serious.
Okay. White or black male dating?
Black. Sorry, y'all.
As a bartender, light liquor or dark liquor?
Light.
Okay.
All right. Hair or event space?
Ooh.
Hair.
Ooh.
Oh no, both.
Ooh.
Why would you do that to me?
Damn. Okay. Products or brick and mortar?
Products.
Marketing or sales?
Marketing. Because marketing drives sales. Yeah.
Beard or goatee?
Beard me up, baby. Beard me up. Go ahead and get that Black Excellence
There you
product.
go. Get that beard going.
Beard me up. Yeah, beard. Look, beard.
Okay.
Beard game.
We got young or old man?
Old.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them old.
Okay. Smart or ambitious?
Ambitious. Because ambition would drive you to be smart.
I like that.
College degree, high school dropout.
High school dropout.
Why you say high school dropout?
Because high school dropouts are the ones that are making millions.
There we go.
All right, we're going to end with that. Thanks for tuning in to the Real Business Talk TV. You was amazing.
We love it. Thank you, sir.
Everywhere I've been, man, I've been up in my bag. All about my biz, executing all my plans. Connecting all the ends, yeah, I'm running to the wins. Fighting to the end, all I see is checker flags. Victory.